All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been thinking about this one all day. So I'm about to get on the soapbox. So y'all have caught me totally medicated today, except for my Adderall. I've not taken Adderall yet. So let's just tell you what my thinking is for the day, okay? Because I had a lot of time. I went to the gym today and all the flat bellies were there. But I noticed at the gym today, while I was looking at all the flat bellies, that gym participation is down. Why are there fewer people at the gym? Well, do we know why? Like in February, right? Because everybody joins in January and they quit by February. So I'm on my 10th week. So I'm making observations, right? As I'm listening to Tasty Trade. I'm looking around, I go, there's not as many flat bellies here today. What does that mean? That means that the flat bellies don't have all of this extra time on their hands. So why do they not have all this extra time during the days on their hands, the flat bellies? And the reason is because I got a feeling some of them is having to go to work. Wow. All right. Or they can no longer pay the $35 a month in gym fees. So what does that mean? Why would they be having problems? Because the tax refunds are gone. Right? Everybody got the tax refund and everybody doesn't spend it. So we all want to get a better body. So we all joined the gym. We signed up for the personal trainers, but all of a sudden they're not there no more. So then I went by the Target parking lot and the Target parking lot was down. So that means that the flat bellies who's all had the time to go shopping and working out and to do their lattes at the Starbucks are having some issues. Oh no. So then you go by the Walmart and I go, oh my gosh, there's not a parking space at Walmart today. So Target down, Walmart up. What does that mean? And then you look at the Dollar General, the DG. Now y'all, I don't know about how it is where you're at, but they put Dollar Generals in pastures in Georgia and Alabama. I'm talking about you go to Dollar General and you look and tip your head at the cow sitting right next into the pasture. They get everywhere. And the Dollar Generals are eat up with people. I mean, that's where all the drug heads go. Even the drug heads work at the Dollar Generals, right? So the Dollar Generals is doing good. So I'm thinking as I'm going into the grocery store today, and y'all know that after I get finished with my workout, that I go to the grocery store because the grocery store, my daily grocery store run is now part of the workout. And as I'm in the Kroger, I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, Kroger, that's where the rich people shop. What the hell am I doing in Kroger? And I go, I ought not be here. And I'm sitting there thinking, I am buying $126 worth of groceries every day to feed my 7 family members. Now multiply that by 7. And I go, I can't afford that. What is that? It's 849 at 76. Yeah, it's a bunch of money. I can't do math in my head. So that's a bunch of money, y'all. And I'm spending that every day. And I'm talking about, I'm using the little card at Kroger. I ain't using the big card. So I'm sitting here thinking, what am I doing at Kroger? And then I'm going, not tomorrow, baby. I'm going to the Aldi, right? And I sure ain't going to Piggly Wiggly in my little town because I can't afford Piggly Wiggly because they're really high. Because they, are in the smaller towns and they go, well, you can go to Carrollton to the Kroger, but you probably won't, so you'll go to the Pig. So now, after I get working out, I'm going to go to Aldi. And then I knew that I was having financial troubles when today, instead of buying the gallon of Milo's tea for $3.49, you know what I did? I bought my own Splenda. I bought the Kroger brand Splenda. I didn't even buy the name brand Splenda. I bought the store brand, and then I bought the Tetley tea leaves. And I said, why am I spending $3.49 a gallon when we can make that much cheaper on our own, make our own tea? All right. So then Beth calls and she's like, hi, I want something for lunch. Lunch? Girl, I just bought $126 for groceries. What are you talking about? And I'm talking about, I got French fries and pot pies, y'all. Where you get 5 of them for $1.25 each. So we were buying pot pies today. And then Beth says she wants, I said, well, how about Burger King? And the only reason I picked Burger King is because they had an app. And on the app, there's a coupon that you can buy 2 Whopper combos for $9.99. After tax, it was $10.26. That's what Beth and I had for lunch. 2 Whopper combos. I had a Whopper combo. She had a Whopper combo. And I'm going, if it had not been for the coupon, I don't think that I would have got Burger King today. And then I'm out of gas. And I go, my God, have y'all noticed that the gas has gone back up? So it's $3.89 a gallon. So I get on my little gas app, and I can't find anything close to where I can save money on my gas. And so I tried to go in and pay the cash price so I could save 5 cents a gallon, but I only had $4 in cash in my wallet. So I ended up having to pay the full $3.89. But then I noticed that times were tough because I didn't even fill up like I normally do. I got $25 worth of gas. And while I was in there, I said, hey, I'll get me a little drink. So I got me a diet Sun-Kissed, right? Can I say my diet Sun-Kissed? So I got diet Sun-Kissed. You know how much? I remember a 2-liter. Remember, you used to get a 2-liter Coke for 99 cents? A 20-ounce bottle of diet Sun-Kissed was $1.99. $1.99. And then when I was in the Kroger, I bought this thing of watermelon that was already cut up. And I said, it didn't have a price on it. And I said, oh, it's probably $3. $7.67 for cut up watermelon. And I said, I can't do that anymore. Now we got to cut our own watermelon. So if I am sitting here going, hey, wait a minute, I'm about to, Beth ain't going to be, Beth, you in here? Beth ain't going to be volunteering at school no more. That's what the rich people do. Volunteering. Heck no, she's going to be a lunchroom lady. Yes, she is. I'm getting her an application. Beth's going to be working at the lunchroom. There ain't none of this idle time around here. Hey, I think I'll volunteer at the library today. No, you won't. You'll go in, you'll earn a living wage, woman. So not only that, but I'll probably start picking me up a school bus route. Unbelievable, y'all. So what I'm saying is this. Here's our theme for today. Y'all ready for this? I thought y'all like this. Here's our 3-word theme for the day. This is what we're going to title our video today. We are screwed. And I promise I'll put this in market context in a minute. We are screwed, y'all. All right? Now, what does that mean? Now, the Lord tells me that I shouldn't be worried about, where my meal's coming from. He takes care of the foxes and the sparrows. If he's at the funeral of all that, I got it, right? But we, as a nation, are in a pickle. Why do I say that? First of all, we have a president who is incompetent. We have a Congress who is incompetent. We have a Federal Reserve who is incompetent. All right. So what should be done? Well, number one, Biden should not run again. Hopefully we'll find someone else, right, that we can replace him with. Hopefully we can replace most of Congress, right? Hopefully that'll happen at the midterm elections. I mean, let's throw the lot out. I'm ready for a whole new batch. And then what we need to do as a nation is eliminate the Federal Reserve. And what should happen is the federal funds rate that they set should be determined not by a board of governors, but it should be determined by market forces, right? It should be a tradable product with buyers and sellers who can set the Fed funds rate rather than people going, well, I think, we're so smart, we're just going to do this and we're going to do that. No. It's an antiquated system. It doesn't work. We should allow free market forces to come in and do that. So what we've got, y'all, is rates are going up, but they're not going up fast enough. These rates should be significantly higher, okay? Now, when rates go higher, what does that do to the dollar? Does anybody know? When rates go higher, what does that do to the dollar? Are y'all not participating today? Everybody mad at me?
Not mad at you, Bobby. I just don't have the biggest idea of the answer.
Okay, let's think about it. So inflation means we have too many dollars chasing too few goods. So we have tons and tons of dollars out in the market, right? So there's too many dollars out in the free market. So what the Fed does by raising rates is they eliminate some of these dollars from the money supply. We take them out of the money supply. So y'all remember in your economics courses, right? The San Diego supply and demand curve. Y'all remember that? So what happens as the supply of money, what happens as the supply of money goes down? What happens to the value of the dollar?
It would go up.
It would go up, right? Now, a lot of people are out there going, I can't believe the US dollar is so high right now. So now is the time that if you want to do international travel or buy things abroad, it's the time to go, because as rates go up, the dollar should go up. Now, also, what should happen to the price of bonds? And we've talked about this before, right? What should happen to the price of bonds as rates go up? Anyone know? What should happen to the price of bonds as rates go up? I wish we could do, let's do not 10 days. Let's do 180-day, 4-hour chart. Yeah, this is a great chart, right? As interest rates start to go up, what should happen to the price of bonds? This is the 30-year bond. As interest rates go up, the price of bonds should go downward, right? There's a downward pressure on bonds. Everybody got that? Now, here's the problem. You want to send us into a full-scale depression? All you got to do is hire Joe Namath to do a 30-second commercial during reruns of Matlock on MeTV, telling Mama and Papa that they can get 10% interest risk-free on government-backed I-bonds. And if Virgil and Pearl ever find that out, hey, wait a minute, you mean we don't have to have any money of our retirement money into the markets? And Joe Namath is telling us while we're watching Andy Griffith on the Matlock show that we can get 10% on I-bonds with zero risk. Well, let me tell you what Virgil, Pearl, and Lucille are going to do. They are going to pull all of their money out as much as they can, up to $10,000 per person, and they're going to buy I-bonds risk-free. Now, that would send us into a crash. You hear me? I'm telling you what, honest to God. Now, if you want to go a little higher than Joe Namath, if you and I want to make $1 bazillion right now, we should get short the market. We should hire Walker, Texas Ranger, what's his name, Chuck Norris, to do a 30-second commercial, and we will play it on reruns of Murder, She Wrote, saying that Mama and Papa can get 10% interest guaranteed in I-bonds. And you're going to see a market crash because Mama and Papa, Viola and Pearl are going to pull all of their money out of the market, and they're going to put it in the I-bonds. And you would see the market crash immediately. Now, can we afford? What would Chuck Norris do? Who else is someone we could find? If it's not, oh, Tom Selleck, Magnum PI, baby. If we could get Tom Selleck, y'all, to do a 30-second commercial, if y'all want to pool your money, I'm in. Do a 30-second, and we'll run it on Andy Griffith reruns, right? We'll do it on, we will play this during The Young and the Restless, Monday through Friday, and we can crash this market pretty easy. So that's the situation that we are in. Now, as interest rates go up, you won't believe this because y'all are smart, but there are a lot of Americans that said, oh, I'm going to get me one of these adjustable rate mortgages, right? These ARMs. Well, friend, let me tell you something. Their rates are about to go up. And when their rates go up, they're not going to be able to afford the payments on this. Real estate is going to crash. Now, real estate's crazy right now. Y'all, I bought my house right here on 5.25 acres in the beautiful little city of Bowden. I bought it back in 3 years ago. I have more equity in my house than what I paid for the house. And I got a 30-year loan, 30-year mortgage on my property. My interest rate is at 3%. I'm perfectly happy there. And if I had to buy my house today, I couldn't afford it. Now that's crazy, right? You buy a house for $300,000 and now it's over $500,000. Are you kidding me? I couldn't afford it today. I'm glad I got it, right? I wish I could sell it. I told Beth we need to sell this place and get us a little travel trail. It's unbelievable. You know, the equity that we now have in our house is greater than even the mortgage that we put on. We put, I think, 20% down. You know, we made sure we didn't have our thing, and we financed it for 30 years. I would have financed it for 50 if I could. So real estate is crazy now. And we are going on vacation to our favorite little Myrtle Beach in July at our favorite little condominium. The amount that we're paying is $400 more than we paid the last time that we went there just last year. Y'all remember when I was there? So the same place that we go and love staying on the beach is $400 more. And that's the cheapest we found it. Most of them are like, you know, I think we got this one for, don't laugh, right? Y'all say, God, that's nothing, Bobby. So we got a full 7 days for $1,600. And when Beth said that, she said, we got to book it. She said, because everything else has been $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 for the same exact place. So I don't know why we got this one so cheap. Probably a scam, right? We'll probably get there and we'll be locked out and we'll be stay anywhere. And then I'll end up in the days. So what I'm trying to say is people can't afford the groceries. People can't afford the gas. People are not going to be able to afford their mortgages. They're not going to be able to afford rent. We're in a pickle. We are in a pickle. And the little Fed coming out and raising rates by 50 basis points each month is not going to fix the mess that we are in. You can't find baby formula. Y'all, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm going to start hoarding it. I remember several years ago, I was riding home and I heard on the radio, because I love listening to business radio and stuff like that. And they were talking about women were so upset because this certain brand of tampon had gone out of business. They stopped making them. And people in New York were paying ungodly amounts for this super special tampon. And I go, oh my gosh. You know what I did? I stopped by the Kmart. This will tell you how long ago that was, because you can't find a Kmart nowadays. I stopped by the Kmart and they had them by the cases. You know what I did? I loaded up the tampons in my car. I was loaded down with tampons, and I was selling boxes of tampons for $90 and $100 on eBay and shipping them to New York City. Darn right I did. I took advantage of the market. Now, today I sit there and I said, I'm loading up on baby formula. I'm going to load it up and I'm going to put it on eBay. God only knows what baby formula is going for on eBay. We've got supply chain issues. We've got an incompetent government. We've got a raging bull market that has been fed entirely by the irrational Federal Reserve. And now we are about to pay the piper for a bear market that will last at least 18 months. We're in a pickle. And I told you, I was studying it the other day and thinking about it. And here's what I found. You remember when we started off back here and life was normal? And I even put the lines on. I said, y'all, this is normal. You'll always see the screwdriver between 25, 35. Look at this. Like clockwork. And then something happened. And it came back like it was supposed to. Because this was supposed to be the greatest indicator known to man. I've told you it's the greatest indicator known to man because it reverts back to the mean. But we've been seeing something, y'all. Look at this. Look at the irrational movement of the skew driver. This is telling us that not only are we entering a bear market, but we are in a pickle. We, you, I, the markets, the worldwide markets, the American markets are in a pickle. And I didn't realize it. I just realized it the other day. This was forecasting the bear. But now I'm saying that this is not only forecasting the bear, this is forecasting recession. This is forecasting recession. So I would like to go on record and say this. You remember where I called the bear market? I called the bear market here. I need to draw something. Where's my dang drawers? Where's my drawers at? I need to draw something. I need a circle. I need a smiley face. I need to put a smiley face here. It was this day in the year of our Lord that old Bobby called the, I'm gonna put it right there, right? So let's see if I can move it. Oh man, I got too many smiley faces. I got them all over the place. Anyway, we got smiley faces right there. That's going to tell you where Bob called the bear market. And everybody laughed because the market went back up. All right. So I'm going to go back out on a limb and I'm going to go right here on this day. And this day is the day that I'm going to tell you that not only are we entering a bear market, we are headed to recession. Okay. I believe it with all my heart. The more, I mean, I was dreaming about it last night. This stuff's kind of come to me in dreams last night. I'm dreaming about, hey, we are in a calamity. We are in a pickle. And Beth ain't gonna lie that she's got to go back to the that she's gonna have to start working in the lunchroom. I hadn't told her. I'm not sure how good that's going to go over. All right. So I'm forecasting. We forecast bear market here. I'm even going to say here we're in worse trouble than I originally thought. All right, now with that, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program since I've been on a rant. You will see here all kinds of levels that I have not used in years. That's how far we are. I mean, I don't even put these on here anymore. I got to delete all these. Let me delete some of these drawings, these Fibonacci numbers that I don't even use anymore. And that's how far out our how low that we're going. Let's see, remove drawing. There, it looks more similar. Let me take these off. Do just a little cleanup here so we can see. Okay, so the market is down 1.84%. All right, I need to tell you what I did yesterday. Okay, and I did this after our session yesterday. After I thought about it and said we are in a bearish market, not only we're in a bearish market, but we're headed to recession. Then I said I need to get my deltas lower. So let me show you what I did yesterday. See if I can show you my account statement. Yeah. So what I did is, this is in the IRA. I sold 3 micro futures at 39.2250. Where are we at now? 39.2250. It turned out to be a great move, right? I also did the same trade in this account where I sold, I think 3 as well. Yep, so 3 futures, 39.22 in that account to get my deltas down. Now, here's what a lot of you probably don't realize what we do. We sell options. We're option sellers, right? So we're option sellers. And when you're option sellers and the market goes up, what happens to our deltas?
They go down.
They go down, exactly. And it's counterintuitive, right? So our deltas go down when the market goes up, which is really strange. And when the market goes down, our deltas go up. So whether we realize it or not, when the market goes down, our deltas go up. So that's strange, right? Because when the market goes down, our deltas go up, and then we're forced to have to put on negative delta trades. Okay, so y'all have probably heard the term gamma scalping, right? Y'all have heard gamma scalping. So what we as option sellers are, we're kind of the opposite of gamma scalping. We're reverse gamma scalpers. And everybody knows what gamma is, right? We don't need to look at gamma, right? But reverse gamma scalpers, gamma is nothing but the velocity of delta, right? It's like, how speedy the move in delta occurs. So you and I, without even, so here's what you do. Someone says, what do you do for a living? I dare you. Or if you're at a dinner party and they say, well, what have you been doing with yourself? Well, I've been reverse gamma scalping. That sounds impressive, right? And y'all probably don't even realize that you do it. Because when the market goes down, our deltas get up. We're forced to sell at bottoms and buy the tops to keep our deltas in line. It's really counterintuitive to everything that you and I have been taught prior to us getting involved into the options game. All right, so with that in mind, how do we make money? Well, we make money mostly from theta and the decay of theta. So what we try to do so that we can isolate theta is we need to make sure that we take care of the other Greeks as well. So you and I try to stay basically delta neutral so that the movements either up or down do not have such a horrible effect on our profit or loss, right? So we try to isolate isolate theta all by itself so that theta can decay over time. Well, here's one of the problems that allows us to do that. So we can be delta neutral and isolate our theta so theta can work, but what else works against us? What's the other Greek that works against us? I'm asking y'all a lot of questions. I feel like I'm in my professor mode today.
Gamma.
Gamma as we get closer to expiration, but what's the other big one that hurts us? It's Vega, right? So this is why Tasty Trade says, you know what, you really need to keep some negative deltas in order to combat the effect of Vega, because when we sell options, we are short Vega, right? We're negative Vega. So as the market goes down, Vega explodes. And as we are short Vega, this is where we really, really get hurt. So if we indeed, ladies and gentlemen, are of the belief that we are headed toward not only an extended bear market, but perhaps a lengthy recession in the economy, then maybe we don't need to be as delta neutral, and maybe we need to be a little bit short delta, right? Negative deltas. Which would mean, and our spreadsheet, remember, this is why I told you in the spreadsheet, this is why I told you I didn't want to take it out. Remember, the spreadsheet says this. Let's see, Greeks and ratios. Where's my, yeah. I hit them, didn't I? I shouldn't have hit them. There we go. SPY beta delta adjustment. So this is based on what Tasty Trade says to do. You know, to make sure that Vega doesn't kill you, you need to make sure that you are short delta, right? And here it says you need to be short another 269 deltas. So that's the adjustment. Whereas our SPY delta adjustment here based on 0.0015 of our net lit only says we need to be down. So we may want to look at this a little bit closer. Now, here's one of the great things though, is that VIX is already elevated. Let's look at the chart on VIX. VIX is already elevated. It's in a position where it is already elevated. So let's look at it. Yeah, here we go. See, VIX is already elevated at 35, right? So chances are, pot odds say that VIX should also revert back to its mean, back probably a little bit below 20. Right? You can see kind of where the mean, where it normally is. So the problem is it's been elevated for quite some time based on historical times. You know, it should eventually come down. Problem is, it's just like skew. If we're in an extended bear market, then VIX may also stay elevated for weeks, maybe months, which is good if you're an option seller. Now, here's what we don't want to happen. That is what happened during the Corona crash of 2020. We don't want VIX going from 34 to 80, because if we're carrying short Vega, then each percentage point that this thing goes up, we're going to lose the amount. So if it goes up 10 times, 10 points, 10 percentage points, then, if you're short 300 Vegas, 10 times 300, you're going to lose $3,000 in your account. Everybody kind of follow along how that does. So we have to kind of find a way that we're going to work with our Greeks in a way to where we want to isolate theta so that delta and Vega do not kill our theta. That make any sense at all? I wish I could explain it so much better. I feel like I'm not explaining it well at all. So is there a way that we can isolate theta? What's our little sign for theta? Right? If we isolate theta and we know about gamma, we don't really look at gamma. Maybe we should. We got Vega down here. We got our deltas. So we got to keep delta and Vega, and to some extent gamma, from killing our little theta. We don't want it to kill our theta. We want to isolate theta so it can decay by making sure that our delta and Vega are in line some way. That is the great challenge. So here's another thing that's going to crash the market, y'all. We've had a big move after March, right? Now, there was some move before March, but April's been horrible. May has been horrible. And guess who's not yet looking at it? There's, they may see it on Fox News or CNN. They're talking about the market, but they're talking about Bitcoin, and I'm not in Bitcoin. But let those statements reach mama and papa. Let those, 401k statements and those IRA statements hit mama and papa, the quarterly statement that they're going to open around July the 15th. And when they open the statement, Virgil and Viola are going to flip the crap out. And what do people do? They sell at bottoms and buy at tops. That's what the retail investor or trader really does, right? They'll puke at the bottom and they'll go all in at the tops. Okay. So I think everything that we said today is saying that, hey, we in trouble. We are in trouble. So with that, I'm probably going to maybe look more at this to make sure that I'm taking care of my Vega risk by making sure that my delta is a little bit lower. Now, the problem is, as a reverse gamma scalper, is that may mean that we're selling futures and selling calls at the bottom. And that feels yucky. That feels nasty. Matter of fact, when I did those trades yesterday, look, I think it was after the market closed. When was this? When did this happen? It was at 6, isn't that 6:25, 12? Let's see, 12:24. Who does Army time, right? I can't even do it. But I think that was after the market closed, right? So after the market closed and, we're in the Globex, I'm here coming up and I'm selling 3 futures. And it felt yucky to sell them at the bottom of 39.22. And the market might rip, up 2 or 3% tomorrow and it'll really feel yucky. But it feels real good when I sold them at 39.22 and we're at 38.63. Isn't that cool? All right. So let's see how bad we're getting beat up today. Let's accept it. We're not hiding it from anybody. Everybody's getting beat up. There is nobody, don't let anybody fool you that there's folks out there not getting beat up. Now there's some that probably just had, black swan hedges on, or, they were short everything and they're not getting beat up. You and I are getting beat up a little bit. but that's okay because we're going to survive because we understand. I think we have an understanding now, or at least, and you don't have to agree with me, but my understanding is we better position ourselves for the big recession that we're about to enter. All right, so this account is, oh, it hurts to show it. You ready? Here it is, 99,109.78. Thank goodness I sold those futures. You know, so we were up 1,000 yesterday. So now we're, you know, we lost that, what we were up yesterday, we're down that today. So since we started doing this on 3/23, we're down $2,500. But you know what? That ain't necessarily that bad compared to how most people are doing, right? I mean, I don't want to compare myself with other people because we're, you know, we're fighting against ourselves. But let's see where our Greeks are today. See what we need to do. All right, so our Greeks, market down. What happens to Greeks? Greeks go up. So problem is, I sold those, well, it ain't a problem. The good thing is I sold those 3 futures in the micros yesterday. Okay, make sure we all know how many SPY weighted deltas does one micro future get you? Does everybody know?
50.
50, exactly. See, that's good, Ian. That makes me so happy that you, I mean, you know that, right? The 50 delta. So check this out. So now it says that I'm long 54.4 deltas. Let's put that in. And my theta, probably out the roof, 151. Wait a minute, that's the wrong count. Dang it. Get to the right account, Bob. Oh, Bob, oh, Bob. Here we go. So let me just close that. 86.4. 86.4. I'm sorry I went on a little rant today, y'all, but when things come into my dreams at night and I start dreaming about recessions and things of that nature, you know, it gets to me. 92.26.
I think that's part of what we're here for, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just my belief. Now, my belief really doesn't matter because we're going to trade the same way anyway, right? But I think it's good to have a little bit of some assumption of what's going to happen. So our Vega is negative 200. Let's see that. And let's see what we're going to do now. Okay, so we're down a bit. Our buying power probably swelled a little more, right? And our buying power is 30,007. Oh, now it's 29,964. Okay, 29,964. So our buying power didn't really swell so much, probably because I put on those 29,964. Probably because I put on those short futures. All right, so this will tell me that we're fine. We shouldn't be using more than 40% of our buying power based on current VIX level. Where's my theta at? Well, I need more theta, right? So we need theta up a little bit, and it says that no adjustment is necessary. Now, keep in mind that the tasty trade way of keeping what a -1 to 2 delta to Vega is saying you should be short another 186 deltas. Okay, so here's what I want to do first of all, is because I believe I don't want to be bullish. I'm now saying I at least need to be delta neutral. If I truly believe the spiel that I talked about today, that we are just at the beginning of a recession, not only a bear market, but an overall recession in the economy, then I want my deltas lower. To get my deltas lower, what do? Well, I can do some more bearish 111 trades, right? Let's see if we can put one on over here. Bearish 111. So I don't care that the market's down, right? This is reverse gamma scalping, y'all. When you're selling at the bottom, it doesn't feel good at all. It feels terrible. Let's do it. So we go close to 60 days without going over. I'm going to do a long put vertical, 50 wide. Yeah, and I try not to offer too much of a market opinion, but you know, when I see something like we're seeing now, I think I got to call it what it is, and I'm calling it what it is it's scary. Now you and I are going to be okay. We don't worry about it, but you know, there are a lot of people that are going to be hurt. I used to work in the bankruptcy with the federal government, and yeah, it can be a mess, right? When you see the coal miners come in having to file bankruptcy because the coal companies go out of business. Um, can you imagine that everything that we get is delivered on a truck, right? Can you imagine diesel fuel at $5.99, or it's over $5, almost $6 a gallon? Can you imagine? So let's see if we can get filled here. 950. We normally do 10, but we've been having to really work these orders in. Let's see, nothing. I have to go all the way to 10. Let's see, replace. Go to 975. Yeah, markets are crazy. And I think it is just the beginning. I think it is. We are at the beginning of something that's going to be that we may not ever see again in our lifetime. We'll probably never see the bull market that we just saw in our lifetime. And I got a feeling we may not see the bear market that we're about to see as well. But we'll just trade what's in front of us. And I hope I'm wrong, right? I hope I'm dead wrong. Make sure I got it in right. We'll eventually get filled. And two, you don't have to, you can let these things work too, right? You don't got to totally go in. The good thing with the micros, even though it's like, oh my gosh, Bobby, this is crazy. You're moving these orders up so much. With the micros, it's really not that much, like dollar wise, even though we're moving it up a quarter. Eventually get filled, even if we have to go to 12. But yeah, you're seeing weird things in the market, weird, strange stuff in the market that we've not seen. I wasn't an options trader until what, 2012? I've only been doing it for 10 years. I've never seen this. Let's go to 12, y'all. I ain't going above 12. This is crazy. This is crazy. Something that should be 10 is, and it's listed at 950, and we can't even get filled at 12. Let's move the strikes down. So what were we at? 3670, 3620. Let's cancel. Trade 3670, 3620. Let's go to 3650, 3600. Is that not what I had? 925. Wait a minute. Let's come around. Buy my first one. Yeah, here we go. Unbelievable. Gotta make sure. Hold on. I don't know how I mess it up sometimes. So I'm buying the 3650, doing the 36. Let's replace that. Go to $11. This is crazy. Nothing. This is kind of what it would feel like after The Walking Dead. You remember when all the hospitals and everybody was dying and stuff, and can you imagine if you had zero liquidity? It almost feels like it right now. Good Lord, am I going to 1250 for this thing? Believable, Bob. What are you doing? Now let's just go to 20 on it. I won't put an order on before I do that. Here, let me see what I'm doing. Place order. I'm gonna go to 13, not a penny more. Oh, finally. What do we get filled for? 13. So now I gotta let's put 26 in. Let's see, we got filled at 13. Unbelievable. They heard me. It's like they heard me, right? I'm not going above it. And then they said it. What theta delta ratio is appropriate? Hold on a second. Let me think about theta delta ratio. I don't think that's one that I monitor, but I can put it in. I think I know this. You don't want your let's see. You want to have theta, buying power. Let's see what all we use here.
You've mentioned it before.
I have, and here it is. Oh, here we go. Using SPX delta, normal range is between negative 0.5 to plus 0.5, which means if you're using SPY delta, it should be between negative 5 to 5. And which one does mine use? Well, it looks like I'm fine though anyway, right? Let's see, delta divided by theta. So I've got a ratio of 0.09, so I'm good. Either way, I think I'm good. I need to figure out exactly which one that's using, because I probably need to convert everything to make sure we're using SPY weighted delta. So it's in there. So I think we're fine, right? It says between negative 0.5 to plus 0.5, and we're 0.09. Okay, I think we're good there. But a good question, Ed. Good question. Because we're going to start looking at all this stuff now, right? If we're going to isolate our theta like we were talking about. All right, so we got.
Hey, Bobby,
Yeah. Hey,
is
Rick.
it possible for you to share that sheet one more time?
Yeah. Let's do it. Because y'all know I won't do it if we don't do it right now, right? So let's see. I'm gonna save it right here. And I'll just share it in our Discord group. Let me open it up. Now, y'all don't mind hanging out, do you? That's what we do every day. So let's go to resources. And let me just add this. Go inside, I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna go off my files. Upload a file. Here we go. Upload a file. I'm gonna go to my trading stuff. Give me a second. Trading. Sweet Bobby spreadsheet 317. Oh man, it's in use by another program. Of course, we're using it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna close it. We'll go open it back up. Hold on. Sweet Bobby spreadsheet. It ain't in use by another program now. I'm gonna close this too. Y'all just give me a second. Y'all hang with me. Let's close the SKU driver. All right, Sweet Bobby spread. Now it should be. Your files are too powerful. Crap. All right. So I gotta do a link to it on Google Drive. I'll do it, I promise. And y'all don't let me forget Rick. We're gonna put Rick in charge. Rick can get me to do stuff that most people cannot. So Rick's gonna be in charge of making sure I get that loaded. Let's get it back up here. First of all, let's bring the IRA one up. And the problem is I put too much stuff on it and it gets too big, right? And we need to just keep it real simple. All right, so no adjustment necessary. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to do the same order over here to get me some negative deltas. So let's do that same trade. Oh, I didn't sell my call, did I? And crap, now I gotta sell a call at 13 to bring in $26. Let's see what one I can sell. 13.50. I could sell to 14.75 2 times. So let's do 2 of those. Should be 0 buying power. It's going to give me a credit in my buying power of 18.38. Bingo. That one should fit. Yeah, that one should fit. All right, so let's move it over to the side. Let's go put this order in. Oh, wow. I did. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I feel good. Look, in this account, I was going to show y'all. It looks like I don't remember doing this. But apparently either me or my kid last night at 8:31 p.m., we sold 5 micro futures over here. And it felt bad. Oh, it felt incredibly terrible selling at the low. I'm glad I did. I sold it at 39.27. We're at 38.67. Good move, Bob. And again, this was all me just going, we're not in a bear market. We're in a recession. We're at the beginning of a recession. Hold on. All right, so let's go back to my recent MEUs. Go to 49 days and do the same order. So we did the 3650, 3600. And then we may even go back and sell some more futures. 3650. 3600. Got to hold that control key down over here. I know I say it every day, but we have new people every day. And if this is your first day watching this, you're probably like, I'll never watch this again. I don't blame you. It's complicated stuff at times. 4350. I mean, it's complicated, but it's not, right? So we do the same thing every day. So we got to set 2 of these. 50s. We know we won't get filled at 1650. 0 buying power, even with all those futures I got sold. So let's see. We did get filled at 6. Now, how was it so much easier over here? Was that easy? I mean, that was just easy peasy. All right, so let's put that in our spreadsheet for 1650. Sometimes I get in a hurry and rush because I think we got to finish in an hour. And if y'all got to leave, right? We're just going to do our thing. All right, so here we go. So we put in a bearish tray. Oh man, I got to do 2 tranches. I wish. So we get filled again. Create duplicate order at 1650. Come on, fill me, baby. There you go. That makes me feel good. Feel different prices. That really messed me up. So we did 2 tranches. This is a 112 bear. What was it? 15? 112 bear. 112 bear 8th, 9th. Oh, this must be 112 bear 10th. Oh Lord, my kids are home. Unbelievable. What do I tell them that we're in a recession? Daddy, we want candy every day from school. Not till your mama gets a job at the lunchroom. Y'all crazy? And y'all think we're going to Applebee's every day like we normally do? We shut it down, baby. So this is both, because this is a bear. So we're going to do this a bear 112 at 49 days. Bear 112, 49 days. On 5, 12, 22. And we did it for 1650, right? Look there, we brought in a nice $153 on the day. Great. So let's go naming 112 bear 5th. Put them back into groups. Y'all got to admit though, this is fun. If y'all ain't having fun with this, I mean, 112 bear 10th. Love this stuff. Okay, so I got to put my futures in a futures thing. So I'm going to add a group and I'm just going to call them futures. All right, so we'll put this in futures. So we know we got some futures contracts. All right, so then we're going to put this in the 112 10th. Move the group 112 bear 10th. 112 bear 10th. Oh, this is fun. All right, now let's see if we can close something. Make sure that's right. 112 bear 10. Got it. All right, so now let's see for something that we can close for us a little bit of profit. Come on, baby, give us something. Now, y'all, 700% down, 40. Ooh, that's scary. That's okay. 1,044% down, unbelievable. All right, so our BSH loans, that's up a little bit today. And someone asked me, hey, Dwayne, was it you or Jim that said, has it helped you any? Not really. It's helping today, but look, I'm down $540 on those. What is it, 4 or 5, 4 SPX. I still got 49 days on them. So, but this been an overall loser. Hadn't helped me at all. Here's up 61 up there. Let's delete that one. Check that out yesterday. Down 189, up 45, up 85, down 1,173%. Unbelievable. What is that? That's just a regular 111 with 8 days to go. Oh, behave. That's a 40-60 put. Yeah, I'd say that one's been breached. Ain't no doubt about that. That's fine. Let's look, 13, 36, 27, 836, up 75, down 1,064, now 293. Do we have anything? So here we go. We got a 112 bear 9th. That's just the one we put on yesterday, y'all, or day before or something. 112 bear 9th is up 120 something percent. So we could close this one. So again, effectively what we're doing is we're up $152 on it. We made 107%. You know, do you take it off? Do you leave it on? How many days we got on it? We got 49 days to go. I need the negative delta. That's the problem. So I think because I need the negative delta and because my belief is that we're going to go down more, I think I could squeeze this a little bit more. But we need to start looking at some of these 8-day ones and see how bad we are. Let's see what we are. So we are going to take some losses at some point. Let's go to our Analyze tab. And let's go to single symbol, all groups, show high simulations. We're on the MES. All right, so let's just kind of evaluate everything. Make sure our dates are right. Why is that not? Show me my dates over there. 5. What's this date? Why is that not showing? 5. It's killing me. Let's go see our groups, how bad they are. BSH loans. Okay, here's 11214. Well, that's beautiful. That's nothing but a win, right? That can't do nothing but win, really, because that looks like that's all on the call side. So that's fine. Futures. What does the futures look like? Well, it looks like stock to me. Looks like I'm short stock. Right? That's what that is. Market goes down, we make a money. Market goes up, we lose a money. 11212. Well, that looks good, y'all. Look at that. I mean, we're just at the top of the profit hump, so that looks good. 112 bear 10th. That's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see, 112 5th. Y'all, that is beautiful. That is all on the call side. So everything's looking good now. We're gonna have some ugly ones. Here's that ugly one. Oh, behave. What do we do on this one? Yeah, let's look for a second. 112 seconds. See if we can find the strikes of this one. 112 seconds. Here it is. Now, if we take off the naked put, this thing's gonna look really good, right? So where are we at now? We've got 8 days on this thing. 8 days. $5.11, we're at 197.50, and it says basically we're at max profit. Am I reading that right, y'all? Everybody's with me, right? Y'all seeing this? This little thing is totally at max profit, the spread is, right? That's exactly what that's showing. So really doesn't help then to leave that on, because why is this not showing my whole little deal? I don't know why that's not over here. So it looks like to me, if the profit we've got today on this is max profit, then you should close that part. Now let's look at the naked component of that and see how bad that is. So the naked component looks like this. That's ugly. We are damn big on that thing. Jeez Louise. And it says even if we stay here, it's not going to be much better, right? So what do you do in this case with 8 days to go? Let's see. Can you roll it out for something? 40, 60. So we could take the profit on this, right? We could roll this out, create a rolling order. 40, 60, 1625 debit. Unbelievable. We just have to take our lumps on this and close this thing. Well, there's a credit. And we're rolling it out how long? Just rolling it out a week. Look at there. It's going from debit to credit, debit to credit, debit to credit. These markets are so wide, y'all. Look at $11 credit. Credit to $52. Rolling it out. See if we could ever get that. Probably not. Rejected work. Not. What was the price wrong on it? Let's see. What do we do there? Let's try to.
Bobby, when that happens to me, is you're moving from, say, the June into the September contract. It doesn't seem to let you change contracts, but if you stay June to June, or that should have flown. I didn't see what what the roll strike was.
It was the same strike.
I mean, it's the same underlying expiration. They were both June contracts, right?
Yeah, let's see. So
Of the micro, and
closing the this expiration here, right? It looks like it's going out an extra week. Let's see if we can go out farther. I don't even know what all these darn things look like. So let's see. 8 days. Let's go out. Let's look at it. Let's go to our 8-day option. We do have some 8-day options. Well, that tells you how quickly the market has moved, y'all, because we were, remember, none of our strikes were breached just what, 2 days ago? It's amazing. Let's see where we're at now. That's all the way up at 40, 60. Wow. But the good thing is, I mean, if there is any good thing, is what I did is kind of countered that by, yeah. So here we are in here, this expiration. So this one is here, the 15th, 19th. It's just so difficult to find out what the expirations are, right? I mean, tell us how.
When you look at it, it's based on, it's to the number to the right, like the micro ME, the /MES M22, that tells you the underlying. So
Yeah.
long as you stay with the same expiration, you should be able to roll.
Right.
It can be different. The options expiration can vary, but if you stick with the same expiration on the underlying, you should have been able to do that. It just might be a crazy market.
Yeah, I mean, could be, right?
They restrict fancy spreads and exotic strategies when the market's nuts, and it may be you have to leg in and leg out.
Yeah, I may just have to close it and open it in another, in another express. Well, let's do it one more time, see if it'll let me do it. No, it's just not gonna do it. So I'll have to close it and do it. But I think we'll probably wait until tomorrow. I'll probably wait.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think that I've got to do that now, but it is interesting to see that we've got one that is definitely breached. So let's see what else we got here. Let me hit everything here and go back and look at the rest of them. So 1-1. So that's a problem child. That's one we got to take care of.
Daddy, look what I got. Cabbage. Spinach.
Spinach. Oh, great. Did you grow it in the garden at school? That's great. All right, so here's a 1-1-2 tent that looks beautiful. Look at this one. This one's great. So let's just check out everything else. Micro BSH1 1-1-2 11 looks good. So we got one trouble child. 1-1-2 fifth. Okay, here we're about to go past the break even. We've gone by this one. And how many days do we have in this one? We've got, where's the days on this one? June, right? Maybe okay on that one. Wait a while. 1-1-2 13. That's beautiful. 1-1-1 4th. Hey, birthday girl. And I don't. Daddy don't like balloons, baby. They pop and it makes me scared. Remember?
Can you get me a balloon though?
No, if you want one, but it can't be one of them silver ones because I don't like those other ones. So we got a couple of problem children. Hold on, let's see how many we got in the eight-day expiration. Yeah, get that dog out of here, please. Hold on 1 second. Let me add days. Okay, here, this makes me feel better though, Ken. Look, we've only got 3 in that 8-day cycle. So we need to close out. Shut up, dang it. All right. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Let me go to the other account and I want to do that same order. There. Okay, it's the order. Let me go to the other account, put it in. Beth, I can't do that. You're gonna have to get him out of here. Unbelievable. 21.50. We'd never get filled for 21.50 on that, would we? $22. That's funny. I'll be dang, y'all. We got filled for the same thing that I just got filled for $16.50 on. We got filled for $22. That's amazing. All right, hold on. So we're not going to close anything in this one. We decided we're going to leave it. It didn't take any additional buying power. So we're good there. We put it in 1-1-2 bear 10. So let's save this one. Let's open the other spreadsheet up really quickly. That is weird, y'all. $22. Unbelievable. And I promise I will upload this to Google Drive and share where y'all can get it because I know y'all want to start keeping up with y'all's as well. Come on, little baby. Open up. That is so fun. I can't believe I got $22 on that. Yeah, $22 credit. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy, Ken? Have you ever seen anything like this at all?
Oh, yes, I have, but not recently. So I wowed over something else. I was calculating when a rally would start intraday,
Mhm.
and I was checking on my numbers, and I nailed it. Right now, the E-mini's going up, and I called the turn to the minute down there at 2:44.
Well,
And,
that must have been why I got 22 instead of 1650 like we did on the first one.
Oh yeah, and it's like I've been trying to get this thing to work, and I've been it's too complicated. It has nothing to do with your session, but like I wowed. It's like I finally got the darn thing to work, but it still might be a broken clock. We'll see. You know, I'm good at making broken clocks. So, but you know what you're talking about on these spreads. Last time I saw this was the crash in 2008
Wow.
in November, and it's like it just was disgusting. You know, I just gave up. It's just that was bad day.
Oh, that looks great, JoJo. Your little seat looks great. You're gonna be great for the ball, son.
Yeah.
All right, so let's put in our Greeks on this one, then I'll let y'all go. It's been a crazy session. 162.45 on theta. 62.45. And the Vega, remember we talked about, do we need to isolate Vega? Well, we don't know. We hope it doesn't go to 80, -316. But I don't know about y'all, but this is fun to me. I'm enjoying, I mean, we're playing defense, though. We are definitely playing defense. We are not on the offensive now. I'm using too much buying power over here. Taking a little risk there, Bob. So I'm at 14,694. Look at that, though. That's not too bad. 14,694. Look at there. I've reduced my buying power probably by putting those short futures in. So we reduced our buying power from 58% to 54%. This thing says no adjustment here. I may be paying more attention to the tasty trade adjustment of -75. So let's see what we got going on here. So Ken, you're saying we've got a quick little run up, huh?
Yeah.
Let's look at it. Oh, look at there. I mean, a big little run up.
Yeah. My little calculator said 244. It was going to turn.
Wow. And you were right, because we were down almost 2%. Now we're down 0.74%. Market goes up. Our deltas get shorter. Our negative gamma scalping that we're so now becoming so familiar with that we hadn't had to be familiar with in a while. So it says everything's fine. Our theta's fine. Our buying power is a little much. It says our deltas are fine. But let's go in and put that trade in now. And then we're almost finished. Yeah, if y'all not enjoying this trading, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is what we live for.
I call this the second greatest game in the world.
What's the greatest one?
It's where you go hunting another man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, that comes from a short story called. Now, and that's where I get it. It was the most dangerous game. It's sometimes called the Hounds of Zagreb, and I guarantee you, if you're, you probably, but definitely, Rick would have had that in grade school short story, sixth grade English. Would have probably read that short story. It was a very famous story. They made it into 2 or 3 movies. And this guy gets shipwrecked on an island where, in order to get off, he's got to hunt. He's got to hunt the guy who's on the island right now, and whoever to the death, and whoever wins gets to keep the island. And they called it the greatest game or the most dangerous game. And to me, that's the most. But in trading, it's the second most. I love it. You know, I get to kill somebody without killing somebody. You know.
Oh yeah, well, there's people. Someone's certainly getting killed. We can tell you that.
Well, it was me on Monday. So, yeah.
But isn't it funny how you hear everybody's getting killed, right? I mean, the only people that are not getting killed are the people that are not opening their statements.
Yeah, that's
They
a
just
good
don't
thing.
know it. They just
They're
don't
being-
know that they're getting killed.
They're ostriches because you got to open those statements sooner or later. And that is such a true statement. You know, I have a friend of mine He got murdered on Monday in the live cattle, and they're making they got margin calls. And what the big boys do when they get margin calls in the equities, they go to the grains, the true commodities, grains, gold, cattle, beans, sugar, and all that. And they're forced to sell. They don't want to. They're forced to liquidate to release margin. And that's what happened Monday and Tuesday. And it's been a bloodbath. It's not just in the stocks. I mean, it's all over, widespread. And what you're talking about, I don't want to use the word recession. I'm honestly, depression is coming. It's that bad. It's that bad. It's coming.
Yeah,
So,
and it was, it was last night and today that I go, yeah, this is worse than we were ever thinking. Now, here's the interesting thing, y'all. Let's just, if y'all got a second, we want to play around. I know we're going a little long here, but let's just do something for a second. SPY historical price. Let's look at this. SPY historical price. Let's just look and see how we're doing compared to, I think I can get up here. Can somebody, y'all help me on this? So you and I we started kind of doing this little thing where we started, just doing our 111s and everything. So we started here, right at 101,688.84. So we are down $2,500. All right, so we started on 323. What was the price of SPY on 323? Anybody tell me? Let's see if we can find it. 323. SPY on 323.
oh, shoot, I can do that.
Yeah, let's just try to find it. Since we got a second here, we'll look at it. Here we go. 323. 323. SPY was, well, I can't find out which one's open, close. Let's see. Low, close, and adjusted close. Okay. 323. SPY was, let's do a little math here. 323. SPY was 443.80. Okay. 443.80. This will be fun to see how we're doing. So SPY was 443.80. Okay. Now, what is SPY right now? SPY is 388. Okay. So minus 388. So SPY has gone down 55.8 divided by the beginning, right, which is 443.8. So SPY is down. Is that right? 12.57% since March 23rd?
That's what my calculator said too, Bobby.
Is that right?
Well, CNB says 10% down is a recession. So you got your recession.
No, I got to do that again. Now, Rick, I appreciate it. Let's do it again. Okay, let's just do it again. I want to make sure we get this right. So if SPY on March 23rd, when you and I started with our little program here, was 443.8 and has gone down to 388.69. All right, then you divide that by the beginning, right? And we were 443.8. That's going to be all right, y'all. So we are down, since we started, 12%. Okay, if I were down 12% in this account,
Be 88,000.
we'd be at 88%, right? So I would be at, so y'all remember the 12.4, right? 12.4% down. So if I was at 101,688 times 0.124, I would have lost $12,609 if I was just all in on the SP 500 like a lot of people are, right? And you're telling me that you and I are down 2,500? I mean, I was upset, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. I mean, I think that says, hey, what we're doing, you know, I think we should be able to outperform the market. I like that. I like that. Y'all got any thoughts on that? That's shocking to me, actually. I mean, that's wow. Okay, I think we're doing better than we thought we were doing. All right, let's stop it right there. I like that. All right, guys, we talked about a lot of stuff today. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you tomorrow.